A pleasant good morning from Monrovia. Welcome to News Today at 10. I'm Julius Content presenting on this second vid of December 2019, the first edition for the last month in the year 2019. In our top stories, we're following President George Weah reiterates his government's openness to investors' exploration in Liberia. Peace Ambassador Reverend Richard Tobert terms as significant the role of the Liberia Institute of Public Administration in nation-building processes. The details for these and much more developments are coming up right after this break, so please be there. Welcome back. We bring here our first development. President George Weah has reiterated his government openness to investors' exploration in Liberia. According to him, trustworthy international investors, including partners, will help Liberia in its developmental agenda. He spoke at the opening of the Simica International Conference.
It is a well-known fact that Liberia, a resource-rich country, we are endowed with an abundance of mineral resources, which include gold, diamonds, bauxite, iron ore, uranium, and prospective reserve of oil and gas, to name a few. However, in order to tap into these natural resources to reap the benefits that will transform our economy and bring prosperity to the Liberian people, we need to partner with trustworthy international investors. This conference, therefore, will give you the opportunity to have a better appreciation of our available natural resources, enable you to see the full potential in the mining, energy, and hydrocarbon sectors. I am hopeful that the interactions afforded here in this forum between potential investors and the relevant officials of our government will be fruitful and productive to our mutual benefit. I now have the honor to declare the Simica 2019 Liberia International Mining Energy the Trillium Conference and exhibition open for business.
We're also speaking at the conference was Mines and Energy Minister Jesler Morel, who highlighted the significance of the gathering.
Since the sitting of the Weah-led administration in January 2018, the Ministry of Mines, along with other stakeholder institutions, has inspired much efforts to reopen derelict iron ore mines, as well as bring into operations new ones. However, falling prices of iron ore in the last several years in the global commodities market are invariably linked to accelerated developments of iron ore projects. Notwithstanding the forecast by some analysts that global iron ore production will grow 0.9% annually until 2028. Offers a glimmer of hope for the Liberian iron ore industry. This is also promising news for Timber and other mining projects in the Liberia that are seeking to transship and export mining products using Liberian rail and port facilities. To this effect, the governments of Guinea and Liberia signed an implementation agreement in October this year for the shared use of resources and infrastructure between the two countries. Alluvial gold and diamond mining is taking place in all of Liberia's critical targets. In the geologic context, alluvial mining activities can be a precursor for the discovery of low or primary mineral resources. Our vision for the energy sector is to see Liberia becoming a hub for renewables with the sufficiency and efficiency to export excess power. This vision is based on the necessity of high rainfall during the wet season of systems that supports large river systems for large development and high solar radiation levels in the 6 months of the dry systems that support solar power development. Increased access to electricity has been mainstreamed President's 4-4 agenda for.
Still at that gathering, the Minister of Mines and Energy of Burkina Faso, Francois Ouedraogo, noted it is about time that Africa has potential to be revealed to the rest of the world through the full maximization of its natural resources.
More of an element, Silica wants to be an annual event for all sectors of natural resources on the African continent. Our conviction is that it is time to reveal Africa's potential to the rest of the world and turn back into wealth for the development of African countries and the happiness of our people. It is this vision that we met with the highest authorities in Liberia and that led us to work with you. We once again thank you. It is therefore important for all of us to work together in the coming days and months to ensure that this goal is a tangible reality for our companies, our country, and the continent of Africa.
Meanwhile, the conference has climaxed in the country with some decisions taken in the best interest of members of the ECOWAS state, as well as showcasing the natural resources. The government of Liberia, local stakeholders, and international partners have concluded the third phase of the National Consultation Workshop in Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. The dissemination and local stakeholders engagement saw the presentation of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Reliance Strategy to local authorities and community leaders in providing a clear understanding of what the document is all about. Speaking at that consultative program was Fanon Bella.
I have experience in this. The meetings are usually good.
The National Adaptation Program at the UNDP is a program intended to address issues of climate change, disaster, environment, to see what are those things we can put in place that we can prepare ourselves to adapt. You know, normally to adapt, meaning you have this a new way of life in coping with whatever situation you have around you. And the 2 days we have come, this strategy document seeks to address a lot of issues that are related to disaster in our country. It tries to address the hazards, find the hazard, see what can we do to manage this hazard so that if there's a disaster, the impact will be less. It will not be as we did not know. So the UNDP, through the Green Climate Fund, is supporting the Liberian government through the National Disaster Management Agency, which have developed this document that has been brought out to you. And while you are here in 2 days, is to allow you see if the information in this document is all that is happening, or there is need for additional that we may not have captured during the.
We're also making remarks at the meeting where the Ministry of Mines and Energy environmental focal point person, that's Frances Boyinondo, followed by Augustine Colley of the National Disaster Management Agency.
When we talk about disaster, we cannot leave the coastal erosion out. And the ministry has been doing a lot of projects when it comes to coastal erosion. So for the ministry, if we cannot come together to see how best we can fight this coastal erosion, we might be in a situation that will be out of hand. So the ministry is helping us, as I said, and we look forward to working with the UNDP, the EPA, local stakeholders to find solutions to the coastal erosion.
The key thing that we are about to do, or we are targeting to do, is by 2030, Liberia's resilience will be built. That is, all of the hazards that we had, we adapt and build our resilience so that we can resist them in different forms and manners. So that is why this strategic document is here, for you to have an input from your own sector to support our efforts at the national level so that
Stakeholders in the risk management sector of the country speaking at the close of a roundtable discussion in Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. If you just joined us, viewers, you're watching News Today at 10 on KMTV with me, Julius Akantan. Two of our top stories. We're following President George Weah reiterates his government's openness to investors' exploration in this republic. Peace Ambassador Reverend Richard Tobo terms as significant the role of Liberia Institute of Public Administration in nation-building processes. And still to come in this edition of the program, CIGAS receives another award as the institution continues to build the capacity as well as empowerment of Liberians. We'll bring you that story plus much more after this break, so please be there. Many thanks for rejoining us to bring you more developments. Liberia's Peace Ambassador, Reverend Richard Torbert, has described the role of the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, LIPA for short, as significant in the process of nation building. Reverend Torbert, who recounted some of the positive impacts of LIPA over the years, commended the entity for the level of works and commitments in the developmental drive, as well as molding the minds of thousands of young people.
This public forum, under the aegis of the Dr. Augustus F. Keene Lecture Series, is a significant event complementing other initiatives in our ongoing process of nation building. We have already been informed that the lecture series, and I quote, seeks to promote democratic values, tolerance, respectability, civil conversations, dialogue, constructive engagement, peace, unity, and collective efforts to resolving national policy differences and finding solutions to national problems under a non-combative atmosphere. Since its establishment in 1969, about 15 years ago, LIPA has generated interest and support for the capacity building of thousands of men and women for the task of nation building. Now, the institution is poised to decentralize and commence programs in other counties as was recently announced. Congratulations for the commitment and inspiration to enhance human capacity development. The foundations laid by this institution have contributed to peace and security and reconciliation at all levels, from the local, community, national, as well as the regional, amongst the countries of the MRU, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, and in fact, even amongst the ECOWAS countries. As a nation and people, we have come a long way in recent history in sustaining peace in the aftermath of our prolonged and devastating conflict.
We're also speaking at the program was the Deputy Director General for Research at LIPA, Diwane, who made the remarks.
Research, as we are cognizant, is very expensive, but most rewarding, responsive to transformation, productive to social development demands, effective in developing technological capabilities, and promote democratic values, as well as providing answers to problematic national questions. It is against this background that this administration of LIPA, despite the absence of funding, has braved the storms to ensure that this vital component of LIPA's mandate, which is organizing public forums to discuss public policies and proper recommendations, is experimented. We see this as a key participatory research project in which citizens, stakeholders, experts, partners, and donors can buy in. It comes with a profound message that together we can find answers and solutions to fundamental troubling questions, policies, and issues related to development, unity, good governance, economy, social cohesion, and reconciliation. It is our hope that interested partners will team with us for the sustainability of this project.
A pro-democracy group, Patriotic Consciousness Association of Liberia, PACA for short, presented a certificate to the General Manager of SICAD security firm, Momo Cyrus. According to the National Executive Chair of the group, Frederick Bay, the certificate was presented to Mr. Cyrus and his institution in recognition for their numerous contribution to the security sector.
All that we can say today is we come here as a leading pro-democracy, human rights institutions, signatory to the Accra Peace Accord, to let you know that your role in the process, along with others in the private security sector, cannot be ignored by Liberian people. In terms of where PACA go at divergence with other political and pro-democracy institutions, if you are involved in disarming the ex-fighters and you allow them to go loose and you want to use them again to destabilize our country, you are not creating jobs for them. You are not giving them a job in the private sector, security sector, like what Honorable Sarah and the other colleagues are doing, putting their brain to work, making sure that our country remains peaceful. When our security is understaffed, under stress, under challenged, and you are telling me why are we honoring them, then you are enemy of progress. The Patriotic Consciousness Association of Liberia, PACA, G119 Weaver Street, Pinsville, River, Liberia. That's our address. Our everything is there. Certificate of honor awarded to Honorable Momo T. Cyrus, General Manager, CEO, and the management, Security Expert Guard Agency of Liberia, SIGA, in deep appreciation and recognition of your dedicated, administrative, patriotic, and professional services in providing protection, security, training, and other strategic services to industrial entities, private facilities, and public sector.
Well, in response, Momo Cyrus thanked the group for the recognition and pledged his institutional commitment to continue contributing to the workforce of Liberia.
Use this public forum to appreciate your recognition to SIGA for the just honor presented. The administrative manager outlined almost everything I'm not going to bore you with our successes, our ambitions, and our hope to make Liberia crime-free by collaborating with the Liberia National Police. I want to use this occasion to thank you so much for this election. But interestingly, we are not surprised. Because just in the word of the administrative manager, we have a purpose and we have a passion for the job we do. So in our mind, we keep winning awards, international awards, and domestic awards. So we want to say thank you so much for the presentation and honor. Thank you. The editorial board of the African Leadership magazine in the UK are publishing a magazine that showcases African achievement and excellence for us to be selected, to be inducted into the African Leadership of Hall of Fame class of 2020. We think this is a serious milestone to our career history. And we would like to use this platform to appreciate our clients, our partners, governments, and our staff for such an opportunity, because they provided a platform for us to be able to perform, to be able to get or to be inducted in such a prestigious organization. So that is actually very historical, and we hope that we will keep doing our best, we'll keep innovating, we'll keep doing the right thing in order to maintain those prestige and trophies or awards that are to come.
Meanwhile, Mr. Saros has left the country to attend the African Leadership Hall of Fame program, where his institution and he in particular will receive a prestigious award. And members of the 54th National Legislature is expected to return to the capital on Tuesday in a one-week special session. The decision came following a communication from President Weah requesting that August body to return from their constituency break in order to discuss crucial national issues. The request by the President is in line with Article 32B of the Liberian Constitution. Meanwhile, Executive Mansion has clarified that French President Emmanuel Macron will not visit Liberia on December 11, as previously announced. According to Presidential Press Secretary Isaac Solokebe, there are unexplained reasons why the French leader will not visit Liberia. With that, we come to the end of News Today at 10 on KMTV, but before going, a recap of our top stories. Liberia's President George Weah reiterates his government's openness to investors' exploration in the country. Peace Ambassador Reverend Richard Tobert terms as significant the role of Liberia Institute of Public Administration in nation-building processes. And members of the 54th National Legislature are expected to return to the Capitol building on Tuesday to discuss crucial national issues. Many thanks for watching. Better still join us at 12. We'll bring you our news summary and at 8 p.m. for our big newscast. Until that time, many thanks to Rufus Mombo, Musada Controls. I'm Julius Contant. Bye-bye.